So it was around this time last year that I received the worst news of my life. And ever since then, the world as I knew it has left. And I've had to adapt to this new normal that I never thought would happen to me. And I'm here to tell you, if it can happen to me, it can happen to you. Hopefully not. Hopefully you'll never have to go through losing a child, because it sucks greatly. But I've learned so much in the last year, and April the 8th of 2025 was a very normal day. I remember going and getting a massage that morning because I was so sore from my gym workout the day prior. So I went and got a massage. I then ran some errands. I did a little bit of work, and I went back to my Airbnb and showered, and I was in my pajamas, and I get a call about 7:30 from my older daughter, and she said, "Hey, Mom." And I said, "Hey." And she seemed a little upset, but I didn't think anything of it, just normal life. And she asked me if I was sitting down, and I said yes, but I actually wasn't. And she said, "Are you sure?" And I said yes. And she said, "Well, Jarrett killed himself." And I don't know if you've ever received traumatic news, but when you hear something that is just so unbelievable, your brain kind of stops. So you don't really like register what's going on. Your brain is like, "Wait, what? Did I just hear what I thought I heard?" And then at the same time that I'm trying to process that, I get this gut punch in my lower belly. It was like somebody took their fist and balled it up and hit me as hard as they could in my lower stomach. It was like like it took my breath away. And then in the midst of all that, I started to say the word no about 15 times, just out of traumatic shock. Could not believe it. And, I've made prior videos here on grief and death and suicide and mental health. And those are important, yes, definitely. But there's two things that I've learned this past year. And the first thing is that there is an afterlife for sure. If you don't believe in the spirit world, I encourage you to hang out with me for 1 week, and you will see the difference in your belief, because Jarrett has sent me so many signs over the last year to let me know that he's still with me. And I have a running list that I keep here in my phone. And when I do public speaking, I'm going to share those to people in groups, on stages, and tell you just how mind